What?
Nothing.
What are you staring at, then?
You. I haven't seen you like this for ages.
Happy, you mean?
No. Back to your old self.
Well, I do feel optimistic, I must admit.
This cooperative sounds like a good idea, but don't get too excited, eh? It might not come off.
Well, at least we're doing something positive. And if it fails, well, we won't have given up without a fight.
Ah, we won't fail.
Do you think we're right to discount this deer farm?
You said it yourself, we don't want to overstretch ourselves.
Yeah, but all the information says that from May to September, deer need virtually no looking after.
That sounds too easy to me. Anyway, I don't feel very comfortable with the idea of a game farm.
Careful. Don't start getting sentimental on me.
When Robert starts asking who killed Bambi, don't come crying to me.
Still a townie at heart, aren't you?
When it comes to deer, yes, I am.
And I thought you were a tough, independent woman who scoffed at sentimentality.
Exposed at last.
What exactly is wrong with her?
A virus, according to Seth.
Is that what made her collapse?
Well, we don't know, Rick. We didn't ask, did we?
Well, they wouldn't tell us anyway.
The point is, Meg's coming out in a few days, and we need to find somebody to look after her.
It's absurd how quickly they let them out these days.
Yeah, well, that aside, Elizabeth, we've got to find somebody. I mean, Seth can barely cook.
Well, why didn't he have the sense to tell us?
Pride?
Well, we'll all just have to rally round now.
Yeah, well, that's what we came to see you about.
Yeah, I thought we could take it in turns to do a bit of cleaning, you know, fetching the shopping.
And if you'd help out with doing some cooking.
I doubt if Meg would let me near her oven.
She's not in any position to argue.
Well, we won't give her any choice, will we?
Well, all right, I'll do some cooking for them both here, and I'll get Alan to do some as well.
Oh, we're just about to go and see him, actually, and have a word with him.
Yeah, there's just one small problem.
What's that?
Seth's not admitting that he can't cope.
Well, we'll see about that.
He has got his pride, Elizabeth.
Or he would have let us help out before this, and Meg wouldn't be in hospital now. So much for pride. Hi. I just made some coffee.
Oh, great. How's Frank?
He says he's fine, in control.
Is he?
Time will tell. Who knows?
Look, Zoe, I wanted to ask your advice on something.
You sure you want to ask me? The older I get, the less I seem to know.
I know what you mean. It's about Dark Star.
What about him?
Has Frank said anything about him?
Well, he's not threatened to shoot him or send him to the knackers recently. Why?
I think he should be with Kim. He does belong to her, whatever Frank may say. And besides, there's only Dark Star left now.
I've not given it much thought, to tell the truth. Dad's taken up so much of my energies. You're right.
So you want me to take him away?
When?
No time like the present, is there?
Do you need my help?
Best thing you could do is keep Frank occupied. I need to use the Discovery.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, and candles. You can't have a birthday cake without candles to blow out.
Mother, I'll be 16.
Yeah, I'll get enough.
You really thinking of baking a cake? Happy birthday, dear Lorraine, and all that?
Oh, why not?
How about some party games? Pin the tail on the donkey or pass the parcel?
Oh, don't be so silly. We want to make something of it, don't we? I was going to make a few sandwiches.
How about some jelly and ice cream? Come on, Mum. Just get some pizza, French bread, cheese and some wine.
Wine?
We're not drinking lemonade.
Well, I was thinking of getting some shandy.
I'll not have a party at all if there's nothing decent to drink. Nobody'd come.
All right, I'll get a few bottles of wine.
You're going to need more than that if Del and Pete and the lads are coming.
Lorraine, you're not thinking of inviting them, are you?
They're my friends. I can invite my own friends to my party, can't I?
Well, I suppose so.
See you later.
Are you going out?
I am old enough to do that, aren't I?
You made me ring your school this morning and tell them you weren't well.
I wasn't then. I'm better now. Where should I take him?
You brought Dark Star?
I had to. I felt sorry for the old boy.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
Can't tell you how grateful I am.
I don't have much time, Kim. Les, could you unload him, please?
Thanks. Stables have been ready for ages. He'll love it. This has made my day, Kathy. You will come in for a moment, won't you?
No, I'd rather not. I've got a lot to do. As far as I'm concerned, this is the end of my responsibilities now.
Responsibilities? To whom?
To both of you. You and Frank.
Don't sound so matter-of-fact about it, Kathy.
You can't expect me to take sides, Kim. And if I did,
It'd be with Frank. Even after what happened the other night?
I'm not excusing his behaviour.
I hope not.
But whose fault was it he got into that state?
How was I to know what it'd drive him to?
You might have guessed.
And he tried to shoot me? Did you guess?
No, but I do know how much he loved you.
I couldn't help falling in love with Neil. It just happened. Might happen to you one day.
No, Chris is the only man in my life.
Yeah, well, I thought Frank was the only one in mine. But these things happen.
I didn't come here to listen to you try to justify yourself, Kim.
I thought we were friends. Surely you have some feelings for me. Do you know what it's like to have your own husband try to kill you?
You must be going through hell, but so is Frank, as you've seen for yourself.
Don't go like this, Kathy.
All the horses have gone, the stables are empty, Frank's selling off the spare feed. It's finished, Kim. I don't think we have anything to say to each other anymore.
Morning.
Morning.
Everything all right?
Fine. Everything's fine.
Mark! Hey, Mark!
Hi, Lorraine.
How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah.
You got yourself a set of wheels. Great.
Well, it's nothing special, but it goes, just about.
Can't wait to learn to drive. As soon as I pass my test, you won't see me around here for dust.
So what have you been up to?
Don't tell me you haven't heard.
Heard what?
Come on, Mark. As if you don't listen to local gossip.
Well, no, I don't. My family knows what it's like to be on the wrong end of it.
Yeah.
Right, I'll see you.
Oh, listen, I'm having a party next week. Do you want to come?
When is it?
28th. My birthday.
I'm not sure what I'm doing yet.
Well, you don't have to bring a present or anything. Just turn up. It's at my place.
Right.
Will you come?
As I say, I'll try. See ya.
See ya.
We've got to spend more than that on food.
Not if we're to make any inroads into that overdraft.
If we starve for a whole year, we're only going to cut it in half.
Every little helps.
You also seem to have allowed a generous outlay for clothing.
It's not generous at all. I'm just trying to be realistic. Drawing up a sensible household budget that we might be able to stick to.
Well, what about my business expenses, then? If my salary is to be paid into the joint account, I have to be able to draw out for those.
You can draw money out. It's your account as much as mine.
I was beginning to wonder.
But as it's in both our names, I'll be able to see for myself exactly what you do draw out.
Oh, to see if it's a justified expense. Maybe I shouldn't have a checkbook at all. Maybe I should come to you once a week for my pocket money.
You don't have to take it like that.
I do have business expenses, you know. Transport costs, hospitality.
Well, surely as market manager, you're able to claim them all back.
Not always.
And they shouldn't have been incurred in the first place.
Why are you cutting up your credit card?
I cut up my credit card earlier. That was yours. We're not buying on credit anymore.
Mine?
Now, can I get you some lunch?
Well, what can we afford? Bread and water?
What's wrong?
What?
This isn't like you.
Well, I'm not usually up to my eyes in onions, that's all.
I don't even care for onions all that much.
Well, they're not for us.
What are you up to?
Chutney always goes down well.
Well, it'll take years to get through that lot. You're stocking up for Armageddon.
Look, if we ever get this farm shop open, chutney might be a good sell.
Well, if you carry on like this, we'll be lucky to find customers. They'll be backing away from the place in droves.
Well, maybe it's not a good idea.
I'd stick to cottage cheese if I were you.
Hiya.
What's that smell? Sarah's gone chutney mad.
All right.
Do you want some dinner?
It depends. What are you cooking?
What have you been up to?
I just come back from the village. Apparently Meg Armstrong's in hospital.
Oh, is she all right?
I think so.
How's Seth?
Off work. Will be for some time, so I hear.
What you doing? Sneaking round the back?
Me, sneaking round? Never.
I know every trick in the book. Shouldn't you be at school?
Wrong. My mum said I could stay off.
I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. Oh, hey there. I've seen you for a while.
I've been around. I'm having a party next Thursday. Don't suppose you want to come, do you?
A party? Yeah, I'd love to.
Would you?
Yeah. How often do we have a party in Beckendale?
Do you think Nick would want to come?
Probably. I'll bring Zoe.
She your girlfriend?
No.
Why not?
Only your business. Do you want a coffee?
Don't mind if I do. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Got any matches?
You come all this way for a match?
No.
So, your mother giving you money for fags now, is she?
Came to invite Archie to a party next week. Will you come? It's my birthday.
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. Anyway, it's in the evening, so you won't be allowed out, will you?
Probably not.
Been to Leeds lately? Or anywhere else after dark?
Shouldn't you be at school?
I've got the day off.
You liar.
Lucky you were there when that kid fell in the other day. Quite a hero, aren't you? I heard Rachel was there too.
So?
Nothing. No harm in trying to see her during the day, is there?
Where do you get the money to smoke, Lorraine?
What's it to you?
As if I can't guess.
Guessing's one thing. I don't have to guess. I know.
Yeah, and I know too, Lorraine.
Well, that makes two of us, Michael.
I thought he'd have told you at the restaurant. Told me as soon as he got back.
Never so much as hinted at it.
Anyway, we've seen it coming. Divorce is the only solution.
Yes, I know.
So I look so worried. They're never going to get together again.
Just hope he goes the right way about it, that's all.
Well, he's instructed his solicitor already.
Has he?
She'll get the writ in a few days, he said, and he hopes an injunction to bar her from Home Farm.
He can't do that. He hasn't thought it out at all.
He just wants to get shot of her so he can get on with his own life again. He's been very practical about it, if you ask me.
If he takes out an injunction against Kim, she's going to retaliate. She's not stupid. It could get very nasty.
I don't think she could hurt Dad any more than she already has.
She'll take him to the cleaners, Zoe.
Why should she do that? Neil Kincaid has more than enough money.
Forget Neil. If Dad succeeds in making an enemy of Kim, she'll take him to court for every penny he's got. If she brings up the shotgun incident, Dad won't have a leg to stand on.
Do you think she'd go that far?
Of course she would. Damn him.
A day spent with Seth won't make you a gamekeeper, Mark.
I'm not asking for his job.
Yes, Michael.
Lorraine's having a party next week and she insists on having wine. Do you think if I bought the non-alcoholic sort, change the labels, it'd fool her?
I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, at their age, the important thing is to think they're onto the real thing, isn't it?
What if she finds out they're not?
Oh, yeah, she'd hit the roof, wouldn't she?
If you're providing wine as well as food, it's going to cost you a few bob.
Oh, don't remind me, Mr. Turner. Do you know, I don't know where money goes these days. Every time I open my purse, there seems to be less in it.
Hard to make ends meet sometimes, isn't it?
So, how about it, Mr. Turner? You must be short-handed at the game farm with Seth's out of action for a while.
Seth will soon be back. He needs the money too.
I know how he feels.
Kathy was so harsh with me.
She'll come round.
Will she? I doubt it. They're all siding with Frank. I suppose it's only natural.
Do you wish you were still back there, Kim?
Of course not.
She was so cold, Neil. We used to be such friends.
Kathy? Kathy? Hi. Oh, sorry. I was miles away. I thought I'd give this place a final clean-up.
I'm sorry it had to end like this, Kathy. You put a lot of work into this business.
Oh, I'm just glad it's all over. It was time to move on.
Only because you found out about Kim's affair. You were happy till then, weren't you?
Kim's ruined everything. We had a really good business going. Now it's all gone. She seemed so content. Why did she throw it all away?
Better ask her that.
I have. She just said she couldn't help it. I was awful to her today, Zoe.
Oh, don't feel guilty about it.
She was like a little kid when I took Darkstar over. She was so pleased to see him. I felt so sorry for her.
I hope you got over it.
I did. Very quickly. Then I felt like shaking her, stop her from being happy. Silly, really.
It's not silly. It's understandable. Come on, I made some coffee.
Yeah, thanks.
An open-air job suits me fine. And from what Seth says, there's nothing to it.
He gave you that impression, did he?
More or less, yeah.
A true expert always makes the job look easy. Don't forget that, Mum.
No, sorry.
No, if you're interested, I can have a word with him for you.
You're gonna have to do without him at the moment, if Meg's sick.
Oh, she'll be out of hospital in a few days.
Poor Seth could well find he has an invalid on his hands. He might not be able to get out for a while.
Well, I'm sure I can use you until Seth is ready to come back full-time.
I'm not looking for a temporary job, Mr. Turner.
That's the best I can offer. You've got no experience whatsoever.
All right, then. How much?
How much what?
Salary.
I'm not paying you a salary.
Well, I'm not working for nothing.
Wages. By the hour.
Oh. Now you're talking.
All they're asking for are regular monthly instalments, and if we keep up those...
It could take over 10 years to pay it back at their rate.
If the bank's happy, who are we to complain?
Well, of course, the bank's happy. The longer it takes, the more interest they get.
A mortgage could take up to 30 years to pay off.
We don't have a mortgage.
And aren't we the lucky ones? Most people do. But borrowing from a bank is no different. The whole world runs on credit.
Not my world.
It's going to be hard enough to find the money they want themselves without giving them any more. And if it means that we have to live like paupers...
We won't have to do that.
Our need is far greater than the bank's.
I lost a farm, a home through debt. I buried my head in the sand and I convinced myself everything was all right. And that's just what you're doing now.
Elizabeth, there's no chance of us going bankrupt.
I am not prepared to take any financial risks. Not anymore. I want to be able to save money, to put it away for a rainy day.
Well, we'll be able to do that.
Oh, how? How can we do that living off an overdraft?
Trust me, it will all turn out right for us.
Yes, that's exactly what I used to say when I was struggling with Blackthorn Farm. Oh, it'll all come right one day. A miracle will happen. Well, I ended up having my personal possessions knocked down for peanuts at a public auction. Well, you should remember. You were there, selling them.
Yeah.
I won't forget that day for as long as I live. It won't happen to me again.
I won't let it happen.
Do you realise that if Frank decided to sell up, I could lose my job and we'd both be homeless? So how are you going to prevent that from happening?
What's worrying you, Christopher? Of course I want a divorce.
Yes.
A quick, clean break. She can't defend it. Admitted adultery with Neil named as co-respondent. Open and shut case.
She'll cross petition.
On what grounds?
Cruelty. The scene with the shotgun won't help you.
That was after she left me.
Yes, but think what a lawyer could make of it in court.
They won't even come to court.
Oh, you're naive or stupid if you think that, Dad. Maybe she won't contest it if you handle it the right way, but to try and bar her from even coming here...
All right. So what do you want me to do, then?
Get control of yourself. Play this cool. For a start, you should offload some of your assets.
What?
So there's less in the estate for Kim to get her hands on if she does cross-petition.
She's no rights to anything.
Listen to me, Dad. The law won't see it that way, whether she's the guilty party or not. And if she does decide to take you to the cleaners...
She wouldn't do that.
Why shouldn't she? You don't have a leg to stand on.
Nonsense!
You prevented her from running her business by removing all her horses. You slashed all her clothes. You threatened her with a shotgun. For God's sake, the law is on Kim's side.
All right. So I'll offload some of my assets. Satisfied?
Make them over to the haulage company.
Why the haulage company?
So at least they'd be sure of staying in the family.
I just need time to think about it.
Look, what is there to think about? You've got to act now. Before Kim receives the injunction. Look, pull yourself together. You don't need a drink.
Don't you ever tell me what I can or cannot do in my own house.
Listen to me, Dad. I don't want to see you lose everything you've worked for.
Just get out.
Dad, please.
Leave me alone! Both of you!
So what do you say now, then? Was Dad blowing his top like that just overreaction?
Don't rub it in.
At least you've seen for yourself now.
He promised me he pulled himself together, learnt his lesson. A new man.
No need to worry anymore. Yes, he convinced me too.
What are we going to do, Zoe? I mean, we can't just leave him rampaging around on his own. Can we get him to a doctor somehow?
It's a drying out clinic he'll be needing soon.
I'll never forgive Kim for getting him back on the booze.
It doesn't help to blame her.
Look, do you think Joe would get through to him? I mean, if he won't listen to us, someone's got to take him in hand.
No one needs to take him in hand. I'm quite in control.
Dad, you're drunk.
Yes, because I choose to be. Choose. Get it? My own man. I can stop whenever I want. You don't have to worry about me. I know what I'm doing, right?
Jack? Oh my God, Jack, what happened? Are you all right?
Yeah. It just opened up underneath me, Sarah. I couldn't avoid it. The ground just gave way.